We've had fun canoe trips. Some of you may remember Captain Mont's famous gunner racing. We've had winter camps, ski weekends. We built a biathlon trail. We did range training and of course our beloved prop wash. We have had lots of success at Air Cadet Activity Day. We have completed our regional band and drill competitions. One year we won the regional title, much to the dismay of the Toronto and Niagara Squadrons, who had dominated for such a long time, they couldn't believe that a little squadron like 164 had beaten them. They had met their match. These are the few of the things I can remember, but there's probably a lot more stories. If you speak to past and present cadets or the adult staff, I'm sure they will have many more stories to share. We also provided biathletes who progressed to the national biathlon competition, bringing home medals. Through all this, the aim is still to provide the cadets with knowledge for our young people to become good citizens and leaders of our nation, and along the way some knowledge of the cadet element. Our reviewing officer today is Major Charles Burbank, who along with Captain Down had a vision with many others, and they formed this squadron, which has served this community of Shelburne and the surrounding area for the past 40 years, with the best youth organisation available. Major Burbank was the first commanding officer, and the Royal Canadian Legion, with Branch 220, has been its sponsor. As I mentioned, Captain Burbank was the first commanding officer, and I'd like to tell you a little about him. Major Burbank's first association with the military was as an Army Cadet at 337 Royal Canadian Army Cadet Corps at the University of Toronto Schools in 1952. In those days, belonging to cadets was mandatory for many Ontario high schools. This initial exposure until 1956 kindled a lifelong interest in the military and target shooting. At Queen's University, he looked at all three services with a view of obtaining a stable summer employment. Joining the Navy would have required him for shaving off his moustache. The Army offered lots of work involving shovels and sandbags, leaving only the Air Force as an alternative. He joined the RCAF in October 1956 as a flight cadet in the Communications Engineering branch. Although he quickly remastered to the pilot trade after the announcement of the increase of flying pay from $30 a month to $75 a month. This was the last time a pilot training was offered to reservists in the University Reserve training plans. The next 3 summers were spent learning to fly, first at de Havilland Chipmunk at RCAF Centralia, then the North American Harvards at CFB Trenton. On completion of this training, Pilot Officer Burbank was commissioned. In order to be awarded the coveted pilot wings, he would have to join the regular force or be sponsored by an auxiliary squadron. Thanks to an understanding commanding officer at 438 Squadron in Montreal, he attended the Advanced Flying School at RCAF Saskatoon, flying the Beechcraft C-45 in the summer of 1961. After this, the now flying officer Burbank returned to his civilian job at IBM in Montreal, while flying with 438 Squadron on weekends. A civilian job transfer to Hamilton in 1963 meant that flying officer Burbank had to convince his commanding officer of 411 Squadron in Toronto that his services were required. He continued to fly the C-45s with 411 Squadron until they were retired from service in 1966, having been promoted to flight lieutenant in 1965. Meanwhile, his work at IBM had taken him to Toronto, Ottawa, and Nairobi. The lure of flying was too much. A newly married man, he left the business world for a pilot position with Air Canada in December 1965. Flight Lieutenant Burbank became Captain Burbank after the integration of the armed forces. He continued to fly the de Havilland Otter 411 Squadron, including 2 interesting trips to the Arctic. He was promoted to Major in 1973 with the responsibility of standards and training in the squadron. He retired in 1975 in order to start 164 Squadron Air Cadets in Shelburne, along with other 3 like-minded pilots and the wife of another one. Reverting his rank to captain, he became the first commanding officer of 164 Squadron, which he held until 1978. Upon his retirement, he joined the sponsoring committee and remained there until he was induced to return into uniform in 1984 to run the squadron shooting program. In 1985, he also began working with the Central Ontario Gliding Centre at CFB Borden as a tow pilot. Shortly thereafter, he completed his glider conversion course. In addition to his duties as instructor, he became the Deputy Gliding Centre Commander in 1988. Although he continued to be involved with the local shooting program, and he ran a range safety officers course for cadet officers in Central Ontario region. And he was also a biathlon instructor. These activities wound down when he took responsibilities of providing the operation of 2 gliding centres in 1996. He was again promoted to Major and remained at the gliding centre until 1999. He retired from the military at the age of 65. But he still flies tow planes and gliders at Markham Flying Club. Major Burbank and his wife, the first female CEO of our squadron, lived on their farm south of Shelburne from 1966 to 2009. They now reside in Kingston. They have 2 grown children, Niles and Darcy. They have 7 grandchildren and 1 great-grandson. He completed his 33 years of aviation career with Air Canada in 1998, having flown 10 different types of planes. His military and civilian type flying time totals in excess of 25,000 hours. So that will be our reviewing officer today, and the man who had the foresight to see that this community could really use the best squadron in Ontario. A little bit of housekeeping. You'll be asked to stand at several occasions. If you're able, please do so. Washrooms are in the brick building at the back of the field here. And we hope you enjoy the show, which will commence very shortly. Please be seated. Chief Honourable now will ask the reviewing officer to inspect the cadets. So please enjoy.
Don't fucking that one.
Overflight, eyes, right. Overflight, eyes, front.
Overflight, eyes, right.